being a millionaire, achieving that millionaire status, it's something that is it's appealing, it's inspiring, it's pushing, it's driving, at least as far as I am concerned, which might not be the case for everybody. But I do believe, when you have the right information, when you know exactly how to discipline your personal finances, how to make sure you spend appropriately and accordingly by making the right choices in order to save now so that your future self will thank you, and you won't have to worry about money, whether you want to, travel, whether you want to, give. Right now is the time to actually go on the attack, be on attack mode. And I'm being on an attack mode right now, but I'm not, by attack mode, I don't mean, crazy things. I'm just doing simple things, and spending my income is really at the whole core center of everything, because the way I spend my money, and this is kind of what I want to share with you to also give you some sort of, share my experience, which might be also inspiring for some of you out there, which are kind of in the same, age or younger than me, and are looking to also achieve that millionaire status one day. All right, not in day one, but in one day. So we need to prepare and have a goal. So it's kind of my goal, but kind of share with you in the way I spend my money on a monthly basis. All right. So as an introduction, I should say. So when I take my job and I take my other sources of income, which passive income is one of those, I coming from stocks and dividend, and my goal is to also have some passive income coming from real estate. Hopefully in the next couple of years I will be able to afford a down payment on a rental property, which will also yield me some passive income coming from the real estate space, in addition to what I'm already getting from my stocks in my portfolio, both from my 401k, IRA, and my brokerage account. So when I add a lot of pretty much all my income source coming from my household, I'm able to free up a little over, I should say, 6,500, per month. So what I do is I really, really, really live, and you will say, wow, 6,500 per month is a lot of money. And it is. But given my income, I don't live according to people that are also my peers making the same amount of money. So I pretty much live like I'm making 50% less. Why? Because my goal is to invest as much as I can now, so that I can enjoy life way better. I'm not saying I'm not enjoying life now. I'm enjoying now. Like right now, I'm in South Carolina, in Charleston, enjoying summertime, and I saved up for this. I saved up in order to not take some credits to pay for my vacation. But I live really, 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 really low, very, 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 very low to my means. I mean, I don't go out to eat, for example, on a daily basis. And whenever I go out to eat, I don't go out on fancy restaurants. I go out on restaurant where I can be able to afford. I mean, to pay without kind of jeopardizing, putting in jeopardy my investing goals. So that's how I'm able to free up in savings 6,500 per month. So how do I kind of allocate these 6,500 a month in order to be, someday a millionaire? All right. So let's just go over my investing calculator here, and it will show us exactly what I'm talking about. So I let's just say I have $10,000, as a starting amount, which I did, maybe let's 5 years ago. Yeah. So 10,000 is the amount of money I have started with, and that I put in the market. So but it wasn't in single stocks. It was mostly into, mutual funds and ETFs, right? And those mutual funds are averaging a little over around 12% per year. Yeah, 12% per year. You get it right. So how do I choose them? Well, I chose them, according to a simple tactic, and I will show you that in a separate video, which I will punish somewhere here. So for the next 10 years, let's just see how the 6,500 I'm putting will yield. So after 10 years, with starting 10,000 that I currently, had, a few years ago, and putting every single month 6,500, I will be able to have pretty much 1.5 million in 10 years. All right, not bad. Um, so I was a little bit curious when I saw this thing, when I really started being, hands-on into the investing world. And I figured, let's just see how much I'm gonna have if I just hold on to my investments for 5 more years. Because I'm 34 right now. I'm 35 right now. So in 10 years, I'll be 45. So 45 years old, having my house paid off, having no credit card, no student loan, no debt at all, with $1.5 million, with my assets appreciating. Well, it's a pretty nice place to be, right? Now, let's just see after 15 years. That will be 5 years in addition. So after 15 years, the same 6,500 that I'm, investing every single month will yield $3.1 million after 15 years, and I will be 50 years old by then. All right. Still, no, no, not bad at all. Not bad at all. But let's just see. I was curious. Let me see how 20 years in 20 years will be. So if I hold on to my investments, after 20 years, I will be 55 years old. So when I'm 55 years old, without adding any additional extra money to my 6,500 every month, I can be able to be worth $6 million, which is totally, 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 totally very, 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 very great. Now, in the same kind of thought process, I want to see after 5 years how much I will be able to see. Well, if I hold on all the way up to my 60s, I can be able to see $11.2 million. So $11.2 million, that's double digit net worth there, without counting my house, without counting maybe any extra money I can have in order to throw here in stocks, or maybe throw into crypto, or maybe throw into the real estate world. So this is kind of a conservative, approach. But after 25 years, this will be $11 million. Now, I don't intend to pool all the money at 11 when I'm 60 years old, because I don't see myself stop working at 60 years old. So let's just say I hold on a little more, just 5 more years. That will be 35 years of investing. So 35 years of investing, let's just see how much money I will be having. So, just 5 more years. Is it 30 or 35? I think it's 30. I think it's 30, guys. Yeah, let's just go to 30. Yeah, so if I hold on to my investments, which by the way started when I was with 10,000, but now I'm at a place where I can put in 6,500 every month into investing. With a 12% return rate, I can see $20.3 million by the time I will be 65 years old. And then I can say, okay, I'm going to stop investing, and I'm going to just, rip off the fruits of my investments and start, getting some dividends, or maybe this money, that I will be having, because I don't intend to stop working at 65. I can still put in there, but this is kind of what this is kind of my goal, conservative goals. Now, the 6,500 is kind of, something, the way I allocate it is, I have a portion, I should say maybe 1,500 is going into my 401k. 4,000 is going into Roth IRA, because 401k I will pay taxes when I withdraw it, and my Roth IRA I don't have to pay any taxes at all. So I'm investing tax free right now, and 4,000 is kind of going into that, and it's going into ETFs, and going into ETFs like VOO, VOOV, VOOJ, VGT. I already kind of shared this with you guys, but also the remaining maybe 1,200 or 1,000, is going straight into crypto. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Solana, Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, and a bunch of others. So that's how, pretty much, when I try to summarize everything else, this is how I'm spending my income in order to free up cash, and that cash is going straight into stocks and crypto, in ETFs, in mutual funds, and this is kind of my plan, my written plan to reach out to that millionaire status. And I can get there, in the next 10 years, maybe, if I keep up doing this type of, discipline, which I'm intending to keep. But you saw that the more I hold on to it, the better, the longer, and the higher it grows, especially in the last 5 to 8 years, with the exact same amount being invested every single month. So I hope this gives you more insight into how powerful investing is, especially when you have that long term view.